I've never opened a video in this way before, coming straight at you. We usually have a lovely gentle pan shot, but something incredible's happened. We're reviewing the footage and something not so much incredible, magical in fact. Have a look at this clip I'm about to show you. As I exit the temple, there's this wonderful flash of light. Yes, it could be a solitary beam that just perforated the jungle canopy, but I like to think of it as something magical happened. So have a look at this. It's quite surprising. Hello and welcome again to Forgotten Temples of Cambodia. Today we're at Sangkae Song and we're on one of our trips, Fen and I. We're away for 3 days and we're picking up some gems, and this is the first one, Sangkae Song, as I say, and it's a bit of a nutter of a temple. The jungle is so close I can't really give you any distance shots, and I'll also be showing you in a moment some of the thorns and stuff we have to deal with, but I need you to draw a map in your head because I just can't do any decent shots to show you the configuration. Now what we have is temple, larger temple, Prasad, and another here, the traditional trilogy, 3, the main one in the middle. But what is so nutty about this one is between the two temples here, they've slotted in this. So one temple, sort of extension, main temple, third, but it's not on the other side. We've never seen this before, and it makes for a very nice environment. It's just very calm and very peaceful. It's an incredible place to be, I can assure you. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to take you around the back of here and show you a bit of how they actually made these things, and it's very interesting. And here we are round the back, and now this is really interesting because it shows you what's underneath the skin of these temples, and it's very much like the pyramids of Giza. Everyone sees the pyramids of Giza and they see the outside stones, the blocks, and they think, oh, it's all built that way. No, it's not. It isn't. The pyramids of Giza, inside there's a lot of backfill and, you know, not perfect work, and this temple shows us this. Now what we have here, if I point up, are these bricks have been pushed in to fill it. But it's even more interesting, it's very slippery here, don't you know, is up here. Now if I can get my leg over, we'll see. Gotta go. Do you see this here, this piece of masonry, which is totally different to all the rest of it? That was pushed in there just to fill that gap. So we have bricks over here, actual man-made bricks, and we have a bit of masonry that was probably left over from something else they built, and they thought, oh, trim that up a bit, it'll fill the hole. So these temples on the inside are not the pure that they are on the outside. But we've got something else to show you, and it's just behind Sven. And what that is what we have to, oh golly go, what we have to get hit by oh so often. And it's not just the insects and things, it's the plants. So let me quickly show you one of the plants here. So here it is. This is what I wanted to show you. Now walking through these forests and so on, everything, and I mean everything, is out to get you. And this is why the army calls it green hell. They don't call it jungle, they call it green hell. And let me show you this, the thorns on this. Can you see those? I mean, you're constantly being hit by these. They are vicious little buggers, the plants here. So we always walk away, and oh so often we have a bit of leakage of blood, but I believe what that is That is the mark of a Templar. So I'm proud to carry those marks. So there we just were. Now then, let us go through. Look at this wall, isn't it fantastic? And we have a treat already. If we go up here, we see that lovely detailing. But right here, we have serpents looking down upon us. Have a look. Aren't they fantastic? Now then, we continue our journey round to the centre, and we have an awful lot of debris on the floor. And it's not really the heights that are going to do me in one day, or the prickles, or the rats, and all the rest of it. It's these bricks. And have a look at that. Now, this is the central one, the central Prasat, and I've not been in there before, so I'm going to take you with me now. I wonder what we'll find. Now, this is a particularly narrow gap for a gentleman in a pink shirt. Now then, oh golly go-go. Right, I suppose this is the adventure, isn't it? Oh golly go. Hold on, my back. Oh gosh. Oh, right. Literally knees and elbows. This is para-crawling. Oh gosh. Right. Here we go. My arse is through. No, it's not. Hold on. There we go. We're through. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. Now. That came in. I feel so adventurous. Now, what we see at the top here is that lovely artwork has been taken, hasn't it? It is gone. But as we go into the heart here, let's hope there's no other inhabitants, because there are inhabitants in the other one. Now I have to be very careful here because we've got a bally big hole. Right, let me squeeze a bit more further and let's have a look up, see what he's like. Oh yes. Oh, he's in good nick, isn't he? On the whole, he's not doing too bad. Right. And there's the path we crawled through. It does look rather special, doesn't it? It really is a great temple, this. It's just odd. And you remember I mentioned before about how they backfilled these things? Again, we're seeing brick helping to support the major stone. So that gives you an idea as to how these things are put together. On the outside we have the facing stones, and it's all very exact, precise, and you get things like you can't get a razor blade between the stones. Yes, you're absolutely right in saying that, but what's behind, you see? It's like the makeup, isn't it? You can get a lady with lots of makeup and maybe she looks rather appealing, but come the early morning light, oh Lord, what a horror. And over to the right, there's another earlier temple, and we can see offerings. Somebody does come here. Now, looking closer at these, what one notices is there's no dust on them. So everything can be denoted by time as to how much dust is on something here in Cambodia. And these have hardly any dust at all. So very fresh indeed. But what I am seeing, and allow me to show you, is this. You see on these bottles that bit of plastic missing, and it's the same on other ones over here. Like if we look right here, can you see? And those are teeth marks, because in here are rats. Now I've been in a temple before, and it's on this channel where I went in a tiny temple and I saw things darting up the walls. It turns out they were rats. So it was quite an odd experience to be inside a small enclosed dark space with rats shooting up the wall. And guess what? They're in here as well. They've left their mark. But that won't dissuade us, will it? No, I say, because we're going to go in. Hello, Mr. Ratty. We make a bit of noise, you see, because we don't really want to upset him, and it's his house after all. Oh gosh, I can't actually get through. So I'm just going to have to point the camera upwards. And there's not an awful lot to see, is there? But this is his home, so we'll leave him in peace. So there it is, Mr. Ratty's place on the right. probably got a thriving family. There's the central one, which we clambered through, you and I together. And here, it's going to be a bit hard to see on your screen, is this would have been the entranceway, the walkway. And there would have been a wall actually coming inwards. There's the exterior wall. The outside wall is just there. Let me zoom in so you see just there would have been a wall going along, and then at this point here there would have been another wall coming into the actual complex itself. But as you can see, all around lays chaos, for the masonry has fallen, and this of course will be due to the tree roots getting in between them and gently, oh so slowly, plying them apart. Right, so that was another forgotten temple, and it's not often I start the video and end the video in the same place, but there's something I forgot, and it is this. Look at the size of that lintel. And now I've seen an awful lot of lintels. Sven and I have seen more than our fair share, but this is a monster. I mean, I can't get up there but it's bloody deep. It's bloody huge. It's something that's, you know, worthy of Stonehenge. And this again amplifies something that we see so often. The actual labour in building these things wasn't the issue, because they had so much manpower to erect these magnificent structures. So you want it big, we'll build it big. It didn't really matter to them. And that is quite a feat, isn't it? Lifting this, and bear in mind we are up here because the amount of earth that's fallen over these centuries has elevated my position. So this would have been way up here, and lifting it wasn't really the problem. So engineering at its best, I feel. This, again, has been Mr. B of Forgotten Temples of Cambodia. Any comments, questions or queries? You should know by now where you can stick them. That's right, down below they go. So until next time, I can only wish you that you have a wonderful adventure today.